everybody, this is Mary with Spark Group Consulting, and I'm here for another Friday edition of our case studies where we look at organizations and try to ascertain organizational health. And today we're going to look at staff meetings. Staff meetings are something that can either really help an organization to rally staff together to be more productive, or they can be something where staff end up feeling kind of demoralized and can't really figure out what they're doing. They can be a real time waster. So this week I looked at two different organizations. Organization A, they never had a history of having regular staff meetings. And when they came, there wasn't really a focus of what the meeting was going to be about. And then when they left, they didn't really have tangible goals that they were going to try to achieve before the next staff meeting. And often the next staff meeting wasn't even planned. And so there would be these large gaps between meetings, and then people didn't really value attending the meetings because they weren't really getting much out of it. Organization B, we can compare that with. They had a scheduled time where they met every week, and they had a really clear focus of what they were trying to achieve in that meeting time, and then they came away with tangibles. And staff ended up feeling like there was a purpose for them to be there, their voice was important, and there was going to be information shared at that meeting that they wanted to hear. And so those two teams, I think you can clearly see the difference between what was helping for staff morale and what kind of was hurting staff and maybe wasting some staff time. So I've got some quick and easy tips and tricks for how to structure a staff meeting to be really effective. My first tip is have them every week at the same time, or every month at the same time. Whatever your frequency is, create a frequency and stick to it so that your staff know when to be there and they can plan around it. And then when it comes to the agenda of the meeting, I like to start small and get bigger. So first, go around the table and ask people to share information that is important for the whole staff to know. I'm working on program A, and you need to know about it because XYZ is going to happen, and you need to be aware of it. So that takes that really close, laser-focused vision of what's going on with the programming. That's your closest lens. And then you move out a little bit and you say, okay, let's go back around to the table. What are the things that we all should be focusing on in the next couple of months that we should be aware of, planning for, and be ready for, so that programs never show up on your doorstep and you go, oh my gosh, there's this major thing happening that we haven't talked about in months. So first you do the really immediate focus, and then you do kind of the longer lens focus of the team, but everything is team oriented. Only information that the whole team needs to know. We don't need to know how many emails Ken got on Friday, right? We need to know how these programs are going to affect the team. And then lastly, the largest focus, but something that's really important that lots of teams don't do but can be really helpful, is to have a long range focus on your team. And that usually looks like reading a book together, talking about issues that affect team dynamics, talking about issues that affect your program areas. And it's that much larger view and a more critical thinking view of the work that you're doing as a whole. So a staff meeting might look like, here's what I'm doing that's going to affect us immediately. Here's what we need to know as a team. And then lastly, here's what we want to do as a team together theoretically for how we want to improve in the future. And then, lastly, have somebody take notes and send them out, because if somebody can't be there, they're going to be missing a lot because you got really effective teams now. If you need some help facilitating staff meetings or just trying to tweak some of your team dynamics, give us a call at Spark Group and we can help you out. Look forward to talking to you later. Bye, everybody.